today's video, I'm gonna take a topic that a lot of people struggle with and condense it down to something super simple. Nutrition. A lot of folks don't mind going to the gym, but when it comes to nutrition, it's like, what the heck? I'm gonna simplify nutrition for you in the next few minutes. And once you watch this video, you're gonna have clarity on how to attack your nutrition so you can hit your fitness goals. Let's get to it. Before we go any further, please, if you can do me a favor, please subscribe to the channel. A lot of you guys have been rock with me and I appreciate the support. Like this video if you haven't already. Helps push the videos out. I'm gonna be coming out with videos every single week. I've been doing good so far from that video that I came back like 2 or 3 videos ago. But I'm here to stay, guys. I'm here to stay. For you guys that are new here, my name's Carl, aka Logzo. This whole fitness thing happened. You can probably go back to the old videos, but I'm gonna refresh it right here. I'm gonna reintroduce myself. I'm a nutritionist. I'm actually thinking of getting my personal training certification so I can start doing more in-person stuff. And I do coach online. But right now I'm in a season of just getting more experience. So I'm a nutritionist at a gym right now, helping their clients. I help my own clients, and I'm also looking to do in-person training with some folks through another gym. I'm just at a point in my life where I just want to do what I love to do, and fitness is that. And it wasn't always like that. So I actually went to school to become a cop. Yeah, me, a cop. I got my criminal justice degree. It's collecting dust. Do I regret it? No. I met some good people along the way, learned some skills, but I don't want to be a cop. The way this whole thing started, this whole nutrition kind of journey started for me. So I've always been into fitness. I've always been into lifting weights since I was about, 15, 16 years old. And I played some sports in high school and college, and then I got into powerlifting. And then one day at my old job, I was presented by my old boss that we were going to have a pool party at the office that I worked in. And the pool party was in like 8 weeks. And everyone thought I had 6-pack abs. And everyone couldn't wait to see me with my shirt off at the pool. Here's the problem. I had no 6-pack in sight. And it was in 8 weeks. So me being me, I was not going to take that L. So I literally hired a coach that night. And the pool party ended up getting canceled. But then I got hooked. And here we are now. Here's the thing about nutrition. I always struggled with nutrition. It was always a big struggle for me. I had no problem going to the gym, smashing some weights. But when it came to food, I really struggled with that. Because I'm a fat boy at heart, okay? I love food. And I don't know, people say, oh, food is just fuel. You wouldn't put, you wouldn't put regular gas in a Ferrari. I mean, if it could take it, I probably would. No, but for real. So I'm kind of hot. The thing with nutrition is it's one of those things, right? When it comes to going to the gym, it's literally just have to make that one choice per day. Did you go to the gym or not? But with nutrition, you have to keep making good choices because you eat more than once a day unless you're an OMAD or something, right? You do OMAD or something like that. So, nutrition is just one of those things that it's just harder to make decisions. And for me, it's not that I ate bad, it just wasn't structured. And I thought like everyone else, I got to get on these fad diets to get in shape. So I tried the keto. That lasted like a week and a half. And then keto wasn't working for me. So I was like, well, I like rice, so I'm going to try fasting. I literally would fast for a bunch of hours just to make a tray of mac and cheese, thinking, yeah, it's going to work. No. I tried a bunch of these diets, and then my life changed when I learned about macronutrition. Macronutrition was an eye-opener for me, and it gave me nutritional freedom. So I like to teach this to everyone that comes through my coaching program or anyone that asks me about nutrition, because if you get a handle on macros or macronutrition, you will definitely get closer to your physique goals, strength goals, fitness goals, fat loss goals. Any of those goals related to fitness in your body, nutrition is going to get you there. Now, Disclaimer, macro counting, right, is a method, just like fasting is a method, just like keto is a method, Weight Watchers is a method, paleo is a method. These are all methods. Macro counting just so happens to be my favorite method. And I think it is the method that most people should do. But as long as you understand macronutrition as a whole, it doesn't matter how you do it. You can do it through fasting. You can do it through a keto. You can do it through all these other types of methods, but you need to understand the principles of nutrition, because that way, once you understand that, you can use whatever method you please, because the method is what's going to keep you consistent based on your lifestyle. But the principle, you have to do it the same way every single time. So I'm going to break this down in the next 5 minutes. All right? Next 5 minutes, how macronutrition works. And then we'll get into what method works best for you. That's going to be for you to decide ultimately, but I'll just give you a couple gems at the end of the day. I'm making this up as I go. That's what I usually do, but usually the best videos come about the ones that I make up as I go. As I go. All right, guys. Nutrition in a nutshell, macros for dummies. Let's call this macros for dummies. I should probably name this video macros for dummies or nutrition for dummies. One of them. But anyways, you're already here, so it worked. All right, nutrition. Ready? Grab a pen and paper or a notepad or write some notes on your phone, because it's going to be good, okay? You don't want to miss this. All right. Nutrition in a nutshell. Here goes. Imagine your body as a house. Easy? Cool. Your body is a house. Customizable to you. We would call this a modular home, all right? Your home is going to look the way you want it. You might want a white picket fence. I might want a brick wall. The house is yours. It's your body, right? So you build it the way you want. Easy. Done. Fair? Fair enough. Done. If you want a bigger home, if you want a bigger house, you need more material. If you want a smaller house, you need less material. Cool? For nutrition, in the context of nutrition, what do you think material is? It's food. All right? So if you want a bigger house, a bigger body, you need more food. If you want a smaller house or a smaller body, you need less food. Simple. All right? Done. Just with that information, you can gain or lose weight. You got to eat more food to gain weight. You got to eat less food to lose weight. Done. Okay? Now, every house, to maintain that house, right, you need a budget. You need a budget based on the house you're trying to build. If you want a big house, you're gonna need a big budget for that. If you want a small house, you might not need as big of a budget, okay? In the context of nutrition, what do you think the budget is? It's calories, all right? Easy enough. So the calories is the budget of how much food we can eat based on what we're trying to build. So if you want to be really big, you're gonna need a lot of calories. If you want to be smaller, you're gonna need less calories, okay? Now, pause. Here's the disclaimer. Calories are going to determine what the scale says. But how those calories are distributed is going to determine what the mirror says. You got to ask yourself now, which one are you more interested in? I think most folks are interested in the mirror. I know I am, because listen, if you gain 50 pounds tomorrow, but you look like Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, or your favorite, if you're female, your favorite swimsuit model, you wouldn't care, okay? So there is a correlation, but the scale doesn't tell the whole story. The scale doesn't tell the whole story. It's just a part of things that you have to track down the road. We don't need to get to all that right now, okay? So, bam. So, all right, you're like, hey, coach, I want to know how to build the best house ever. I want to build my body so it looks good. I want to look good naked, all right? Okay, so here are the rules. Every house, to maintain, you need to pay your bills, right? Every house has bills, okay? Cool. So with that budget, you're going to pay the bills, all right? What do you think the number one bill in any home is? Any home. Your mortgage or your rent, okay? Think of protein as your mortgage or your rent. Failure to pay that means muscle eviction. Kind of clever, right? Yeah, I thought I was a genius when I came up with that. But basically, that toned look. You want muscle definition. You want it to pop. You want that, that look. You want to look good with your clothes off. You have to pay protein every single day. You have to eat your protein every single day. If you don't do that, good luck looking the way you want to look. It's It's imperative. It's a non-negotiable. If you don't want to do that, you might as well end this video now. You might as well click off. Just get out. Just go, right? You have to eat your protein. Protein on a cellular level is good for building up our cells, building up our, our skin, our nails, our hair. And it helps build muscle, right? And the thing with muscle is muscle helps you live longer. So from a longevity standpoint, it's a good idea because it aids in building muscle. Check out the systems in your body, your skeletal system, your nervous system, your respiratory system, cardiovascular system. All of these are kind of fragile by nature. Like if I snap a bone, it's not looking good. If I puncture a nerve, pinch a nerve, could get paralyzed. Puncture a lung, you might die. But for some reason, the muscular system can take a beating. Why? Because it's literally your shield. It's your body's shield. So you need it. You got to take care of it. And at the very least, if you're someone like me that loves to eat, the more muscle you have on your body, the more calories you burn by doing absolutely nothing. So if you're a foodie, your best incentive is to build muscle, is to build a lot of muscle, okay? So protein is the way. Protein is the way. Recommend 0.7 to a gram per pound of body weight. So easy math, if you're 200 pounds, you should eat 200 grams of protein a day or your target body weight. So if you're 200 pounds, you want to be 170 pounds or something, you want to lose 30 pounds, eat 170 grams of protein a day. Super simple. And the minute I started doing that, my physique literally transformed, okay? So you have our budget and you have our number one bill is the protein, okay? Once you pay that, it's easy, okay? The rest is easy. You can literally spend it on whatever you want, okay? Going back to the house analogy, you want to buy a couch, you want to buy a fur rug, you want to buy, an extension to the roof, whatever it is, you have the budget that you can spend, okay? So the next bills, and I used to make them in a particular order, but it doesn't really matter, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. The next bills you have to pay, right? Think of carbs as your electricity. Think of fats as your heat, okay? Carbs, fast energy. Hit the switch, it's on, okay? Fast energy. Your body's preferred source of energy. If you want to your brain to function properly and you want to have energy so you can actually go lift weights at the gym, you got to eat some carbs, okay? You'll just feel so much better. And then fats. Fats is slower energy. It's like heat. When you turn the heat on, it doesn't just get hot instantly. It takes time. Fats burn a little bit slower, but fats are good for our hormones, for cognitive function. I'm not going to get too deep into the macros in this video, but just know that they're all important. They're all important. And the beauty of macronutrition is you can choose whatever energy system that you want based on what you're doing. So if you're someone that lifts weights rather regularly, you might want faster energy, something that's readily available. So your diet might be higher on carbs. If you're someone that doesn't quite go as hard as that and just need energy to last you long, or it's a rest day and you're not doing that much and you want food that's gonna, keep you full longer, go with higher fat diet, right? But at the end of the day, as long as calories are equated for and you're hitting your protein, it doesn't matter how you divvy up the calories. It doesn't matter. We'll get to the math in a second, okay? Another bill in the house is your fiber. Fiber. Think of fiber as your sewage system. If you don't pay that, you're going to be backed up. There's going to be a sewage backup. You don't want that in your home. Not good. Fiber is very important for our gut. Most diseases start in the gut. So you want to take care of that. You want to be on top of that. And you're going to get a lot of fiber through some carb sources, especially complex carb sources. Real stuff like sweet potatoes, like blueberries, any berry, any fruit and vegetable really is your best source of fiber. And seeds, okay? So examples for carbs, there's simple carbs and there's complex carbs. I just gave you some complex carbs. Simple carbs are super fast digesting things like honey, rice, Pop-Tarts. Okay? Fats, you got seeds, nuts, oils. And you want to be careful with trans fats and saturated fats, because too much of those isn't that great. But again, don't think too much of it. If you're eating mostly real stuff, you'll be okay. All right. That's basically macros. All right. That's like, or nutrition in a nutshell. Calories determine the size. Protein determines the look. The rest is based on preference, on what you do and what your lifestyle is like. Okay. So quick, easy math. If you want to figure out what your macros are or what your calorie range is or whatever, I made a video of this in the past, but take your body weight. If you want to lose weight, if you want to lose fat, multiply your body weight anywhere from 8 to 12. The lower you go, the more aggressive it's going to be, the less sustainable it's going to be. If you want to maintain your weight, multiply your body weight anywhere from 13 to 15. And if you want to gain weight, multiply anything north of 15. The higher you go, the more aggressive it is going to be, and the higher rate of fat gain you have. All right? So somebody that's 200 pounds that wants to lose weight at a decent rate, let's say 200 times 10 equals 2,000 calories. All right, sweet. Now, out of those 2,000 calories, let's get the protein. If they're 200 pounds, let's make it easy. Put a G next to it. Boom, 200 grams of protein a day. Now, how many calories is 200 grams of protein? Easy math. Every gram of protein and carbs are 4 calories, all right? But every gram of fats are 9 calories. Starting to see this? If it's 200 grams of protein, multiply that by 4, that's how many calories it's going to be out of that 2,000. That's 800 calories. 2,000 minus 800 is 1,200. Now you have 1,200 calories left to play with. You can disperse that to your carbs or your fats or a combination of both. It's up to you, okay? There's no perfect split, macro split, blah, 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 blah. No. All you got to worry about is total calories and protein. The rest is up to you. It's literally up to you, okay? I highly suggest you getting an app that can track these things like MyFitnessPal or Chronometer. But again, it's very simple. You just have to make sure you stay within the caloric range that you want to be based on what your goal is, muscle gain, maintenance, or fat loss, and hit your protein so you actually like keep your muscle around, okay? That's nutrition. That's nutrition. Now, for folks that don't want to track calories, like use an app, use a weight scale, you don't have to. There are other ways to do this. I'm a nutritionist at another gym right now in this relatively new nutrition program, and I have my clients over there using literally just what their plate looks like. That's it, just making choices, okay? So the best, easiest way to do this, if you don't want to track or do nothing, start with, you need to find a standard that just works, that you can like stick to, so you can see what it's doing, okay? Because at the end of the day, you're not going to really know until you do something consistent for a few weeks before you can see what's happening, okay? Get a plate, put a piece of carcass on it, start the plate with the protein, then next put a portion of vegetables, and then put like a starch. Do that 3 times a day. You'll be okay, all right? And then if it's doing what you want it to do, keep doing that. And if it's not, either add or subtract. Add or subtract, okay? Now, some folks like somewhere in between to self-monitor themselves. You can also do hand portions, okay? Use your palm as your protein. Use your fist for your vegetables. Use a cupped hand for carbs. Use a thumb for fats, okay? I would say for most folks that, anywhere between like on the low end 5 to 6, on the high end 8 portions of protein per day, okay? Might seem a lot, but you're supposed to eat a lot of protein, okay? So I would start there, and based on how active you are, you can use, you can see how many portions of the others you need to, right? One of the best ways that you can kind of keep your calories under control if you don't want to count is kind of think of your satiation, right? Just a fancy way to say how hungry you are, right? Think about how hungry you are before you eat and how hungry you are after you eat. You should probably be on a scale of 1 to 10, be around, like, in my eyes, anywhere from a 6 to an 8. No more than an 8, because then you're just being stuffed for no reason, okay? And that's not really good digestively. And you also don't want to be like starving. So anything under like a 4 is like, okay? Now, that's for like most people. If you're someone that's trying to lose fat, you're probably gonna want to purposely be a little bit hungry when you're dieting, okay? Because that's what comes with it. Hunger is just a signal for your body that you got to get rid of something. And it's gonna want to get rid of muscle because muscle is expensive to keep metabolically. If you're eating a lot of protein, you're training hard, it's not gonna get rid of muscle anymore. It's gonna get rid of something else, like fat, okay? And if you're gaining weight, you might want to push that scale up to an 8 or a 9, because it's going to be uncomfortable, especially depending on where you're starting from. So I'm ranting at this point, but that's kind of every method works. Macro counting, hand portions. The easiest is to just do it based on how your body feels. If you're just someone that just wants to generally get in shape, literally just eat till you're like 80% full, and make sure you start the plate with a protein, start the plate with a vegetable, and some sort of like starch carbohydrate with like a little bit of fats. And the fats can be a little bit from the meat too, or the oil you cook it in, whatever. But remember, fats cost a lot more. That's kind of nutrition. It's really simple. It's really simple. At the end of the day, it's all about balance. Balance. 80% of your food should be real. It should be from something that grew on a tree, on the ground, or had a face. Sorry if you're vegan. If you're a vegan and you don't eat meat, you can try tofu. It's just going to be a little bit harder for you to get protein. That's just the life you chose. All right. Other than that, this simplification of nutrition, even though it's a lot, nutrition gets a lot deeper than that. But for 90% of the population, you don't need to get deeper than that. It's literally calories, protein, and disperse the rest as you please based on your specific lifestyle. Okay, so understanding nutrition is what took my body to the next level. I've always lifted weights, but the minute I dialed in nutrition, it was like, whoa. If you're somebody that's looking to shred fat, get jacked, or totally remodel your birthday suit, I'm an online coach at C-Form Training Systems, where I help people look better with their clothes off. You can contact me at my website, cformtrainingsystems.com. Check out how the coaching program works, and if it's something that you want to do, definitely book a call with me so we can work together to get you in the body of your dreams. Follow me on Instagram, Logzoe, LOCDZOE, for more content. And yeah, guys, that's about it. And I hope this video helps. I hope this video clears things up. And if there's anything else you guys want me to cover, talk about, for these like educational-ish sit-down videos, drop a comment below. Let me know what else you want to see. Let me know what else you guys want to learn about. I'm an open book. I'm still learning. I still have a lot to learn in this space, but if there's one thing I will say, I am definitely trying to not like. Here's the thing, guys. I don't want to be. A lot of people think like I'm an influencer. I'm not an influencer. I might influence you, right? In that regard, I might be an influencer, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to make this fitness and nutrition stuff simple, so you understand. I'm trying to keep up with educating myself more as time goes on, so I can be a trusted source of information for you. Because let me tell you, the fitness industry is full of crap, full of a lot of crap. There's a lot, people think just because you have a six-pack means that you know what you're talking about. You don't. It's not the case. All right. So, thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace.